This is Ronald at Win 911, and we've got Mike Rose here to go over reporting with us.
So this video covers the concept of reporting. Win 911, by definition, is a alarm event reporting product that pushes alarm event messages to remotely located users out in the field. This frees them up so they can walk through the plant and check things out or go home at night without having to stay next to the computer terminal. We supplement alarm information using what are called reports, and that is including data to go along with whatever the alarm condition is. So one of the first things I want to point out is that reporting is not available in all of our data types. It is in a lot of them, about half of them. So make sure before you design your reports that you know whether your data source supports reporting or not. I'm going to go with OPC for the sake of this discussion. Kepware, and we'll go from there. This particular layout has a guy, an email connection named Adam Spector, and he's on patrol in his plant walking around with his smartphone. He's getting his data from a KEP server, and there's a data source he's particularly interested in called gate valve. So we'll create the gate valve tag. It's going to be coming out of the KEP server. Like so. I can save this and make a report out of it alone, but I'm going to go ahead and throw in some alarm information as well. So tabbing over to the alarms tab, I've decided the gate valve is going to be in an alarm condition when it is not equal to 0. Got to make it interesting. So I'll save that and go and create a report. Each report has to have a number. That's one way that you can request the report. Some of the devices are only going to let you enter digits rather than an alphanumeric name, so we want to be able to service both of those instances. So we'll say this is report number 1, and the name of the report is gate valve. And we'll populate the report down here. Click the create button, and these are my items. Keeping it easy, only got one item, so we'll select that. So with this, I have asked that I want the data to go along, the data that with the gate valve is associated with. I could go on and select the alarm condition as well, but I'm going to keep it simple and leave it at just the item or the date, the value of it. So we'll click the checkbox, and we are ready to call this a report. So I'll click the save button, and now I should be able to request either gate valve or report number 1, and I'll get the information. Gate valve is over here. Its value is 0. So that's the non-alarm condition. When I check inside Win 911, the log viewer, I can see I don't have any alarms, so that's good. So I'll tab over to my email inbox. There's not much going on, but I'm still concerned. I want to know how my gate valve is doing, so I can create a message. Charles is the guy I'm using to simulate Win 911. And we'll type in report in all caps in the subject line, and I happen to know that's report number 1 or 2. report number 1. So we'll call this report number 1, and I'll hit send. So Win911 is going to log in every minute as Charles and see if he has any messages. And so this could take up to 2 minutes for Win911 to respond, so I will pause it here until he does that. And Win911 responded, so let's take a look at the results of our report query. It says that I have an item. The first item in my report is called gate valve, and the value is false or 0. So great, that's all I needed to know. I don't have anything to worry about, so I'll delete this message, and Adam's going to go about his business. So that is one way that you can get these reports, is by polling or requesting them. You can also set up a report if you're using advanced tactics to have Win911 automatically push a report based on an event, such as an alarm. So what we'll do is go create such a situation. So we go to the tactics, going to advanced. Basic can't do this. So if your license only allows basic, consider getting advanced to go along with it. We'll create a tactic that we'll call Adam. And we will tell Win911 to send Adam the alarm message through email, and that we will supplement that by sending him the report that has the value of the gate valve. So I'll select a gate valve for the report, and then Adam, the person I'm going to push that report to. So now I can save that, and anytime this tactic is summoned, it's going to push the alarm, the associated alarm message to Adam, as well as the gate valve report to go along with it. Got to create a strategy to use that. I'll base it off the default. I'll call this Adam strategy. And I'll save that. Now we'll go back to the alarm itself and change the strategy here to Adam Strat. Press the save button, and now we're live. So here's my value. I'm going to change that to a 1, which is going to create an alarm condition. Which should show up down here. And it does. So if I double click on this, I can see that it's pushed an email out to Adam. So I'm going to go back into the inbox and see what I have. I've got 2 things now. I have an alarm condition. It says the gate valve is in alarm. It's unacknowledged. And I also have a report which tells me that the value of the gate valve is true, or that it equals 1. And that is the extent of what you can do. You can make as many of the reports as you want, include as many data points as you can think of, as well as alarm points, as long as the data source supports reporting. If you have a data source that doesn't support reporting, like Factory Talk Alarm and Event does not, if you include with it the RS links, which is the Rockwell's OPC server, then you can use it using the backdoor way through OPC. So Thank you very much for listening, and hope to see you back here soon.